Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sade Campbell, and I serve as HCC's Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager. Pleased to be joined by my co-host today, Dr. Rima Adil, who is HCC Northwest's Dean of Student Success. Good morning, Rima.
Good morning, Sade. How are you?
I'm doing good on this good Thursday. If you haven't started, I've started counting down to spring break.
Oh, me too. Can't wait.
All right, for those that want to catch up on some episodes during the break, how can they find Up to the Minute?
Hey, we are live on Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube. And let's not forget, we are also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right, thanks for that. Well, today is Thursday Family Fun Day here on the show, and we'll discuss an upcoming HCC partnership and breakfast. Mark and Rima will have that conversation. Mark is one of the fellow speakers. Mark Brown serves as CEO of West Houston Assistance Ministries and moderator of the Impact Maker Breakfast. Welcome to the show, Mark.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, West Houston Ministries and Rima work really closely at the college, so you all are going to have a really good conversation in just a sec. But first, HCC's procurement division is hosting another Supplier Expo, and here to tell us about it is the host of HCCTV's show, It's Your Business, Veronica Douglas, who also is the manager of the Small Business Development Program with our HCC procurement operations. Welcome to this show and welcome back to HCC TV, Veronica.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here.
All right. Well, next week, you all are going to be hosting this Supplier Expo. And let's kick things off by talking about what excitement is around this event, both on the vendor side. And listen, I've come to one of the Supplier Expos where a lot of our catering partners have been there, so I have some excitement around that one. So if this event is a little bit different, what excitement is around it on a vendor side, and also with our HCC partners within the organization that are looking to support the businesses?
Well, we are super excited to celebrate our 10th year hosting this expo. This year, we're doing it extremely different. Typically, we would have our HCC departments man the exhibit booth so the public can come in and meet with all of the individuals within the college that have a procurement need. However, this year, we're changing it around, and the exhibit booths will be manned by our certified small business contractors. We have 38 of those different contractors participating this year, and they will be visited by the HCC staff. This year, again, like I said, we're doing it different, so it's closed to the public. We want the staff here to have the opportunity to get to know, meet, and network with the small businesses that we contract with every day. We have a variety of exhibitors from medical equipment and supplies to IT services and supplies, office supplies, consulting, facilities, services and maintenance, and staffing agencies. So out of the 38 exhibits, they're very diverse and they're all contracted. So that allows the HCC end users to have the opportunity to actually utilize these small businesses.
Love that. And, as a small business, many may wonder, I don't know, doing business with an entity as large as HCC may be a task that they feel like they don't feel like that they are ready for. But that's the exact reason why you all are having this event, to showcase how small businesses really can serve the institution. And can you give us some insight on how the Small Business Development Program, because you are also really the face of it a lot of times, how it supports small businesses in our area and what makes it unique?
Well, here at HCC, we have a 35% overall goal at the college. And what that means is that we are tasked with spending 35% of our budget dollars here with the local small businesses. And the way that we do that is through contracting and subcontracting opportunities. We have goals that we set on our formal bids that allow either the prime to come in as a small business and receive points, or the prime to subcontract with another local small business. We also source directly to the local small businesses because doing so really helps to keep our business community growing and thriving, and it meets the goals of the college. One of the big things that we do within the program is we host seminars and workshop and networking opportunities, much like the expo, but we also allow the small businesses an opportunity to come in and meet with our end users at the key players within the college so that they can make that connection and build that bridge and have the opportunity to work with us. That is our main focus, is giving the small business community an opportunity to come in and work with the college.
And I've seen some things come through with just our work with small businesses, and I'm loving to hear the actual goal around our small business partnership. And so I would have fair to say, in the amount of years that you've been working in this area, you have some success stories, right, of small businesses that have been able to make that connection either as a subcontractor or a prime contractor. What stands out are some memorable stories around our small business opportunities here at HCC?
We have a huge opportunity that we created with Summit Industries. We buy over $1 million worth of Dell equipment from them. They are a Dell reseller, and so we can purchase through them and get the same price as we would going direct to Dell. So not only does that help us meet the goal of the college, but it helps that small business as well. That's just one of many. Our promotional product suppliers, we utilize only certified small businesses. As you know, there's a lot of tchotchkes and shirts and hats that you see HCC staff and you see the community wearing. Those items come from local small businesses here. Staffing services, we only utilize our small businesses for staffing services. Other IT equipment we buy from LinkFirst, and they'll be one of the exhibitors at our expo. During the pandemic, he came through for us and he provided headsets, laptop, everything that we needed to go remote. He played a key role in keeping the college going. A lot of people don't realize that a small business is not the little guy on the corner. They are big, big businesses. Tejas Office is who we buy our office supplies from. They are a huge company. You have to be, large in capacity to be able to service our college as well as the other agencies here in town. So a lot of times when I'm working with the individuals within the college, they don't realize that the servicer is actually a small business because they get that great service, that quality, that item at the same price. So we have so many success stories. It's really unbelievable. Even our furniture comes from a local small business. In order to meet that goal, we have to continue to contract with these small businesses.
Absolutely. And how would you say someone at HCC that's interested in partnering with a small business, and what advice would you give to them and how they can show up to the fair, and what support did you provide to the vendors so that they would be prepared for the fair?
Well, someone that's interested in connecting with a small business, all they got to do is show up. These business owners are willing and ready to work with HCC. Many of them have developed really strong partnerships with us. So really just showing up, knowing what it is that you want, or having an idea of, what your need is, allowing that small business to use their expertise and help you get what you need for the college. Small businesses that want to participate with the college, you don't have to be certified to do business with the college. You have to be a certified vendor in order for us to look at you as a small business, and in order for us to count those dollars spent with your business as a small business to meet our goals. Participating with the college is easy for any vendor. We have an online portal. It's called Bonfire. They'll just go to our website and register your business. That's the first thing you need to do. Register your business. If you're certified, it's an extra tool in your toolbox, and it gives you an extra opportunity to get in there and actually have some of those direct procurements sent to you.
All right. And you know what? We've been having such a good conversation talking about all the opportunities. We missed the opportunity to tell people when the actual event is happening. So give us those logistic details.
So the event is March 5th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to be in the HCC Administration Building. We are so excited. We have almost 200 HCC employees registered to attend, 38 exhibitors. We're going to have food, fun, camaraderie, prizes, a photo booth. It's our 10th year, so we're going big.
Love to hear that, and congratulations on your 10th year. We've been talking to Veronica Douglas, who serves as the manager of the Small Business Development Program of HCC's procurement operations. We'll have info posted after the show for details for those at HCC who want to join. Thanks so much, Veronica.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna kick it over to my co-host Rima for our next interview.
Thank you, Sade, and thank you, Veronica. If you all were not there, we would all be going probably to the Amazon. And it is a great way to engage small businesses. So thank you. Keep up the good work. Next, we have Mark Brown with us, the CEO of West Houston Assistance Ministries and the moderator of the Impact Maker Breakfast. Welcome to the show, Mark.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
How are you doing today?
Doing well. Yeah, doing very well. There's a lot to do, but I love to work hard. So I'm happy.
Good busy. All right. Yeah, we call it good busy.
Good busy.
All right. West Houston Assistant Ministries has been a great partner with HCC, and we recently signed an MOU with you all. The energy, ideas, and the value you bring to the community is commendable. So, and we want to learn a lot more about it. So how about we begin by letting the audience know the primary objective of the partnership between HCC and West Houston Assistant Ministry and how these align with our mission.
Yeah, so it's so exciting. Sometimes people wonder, where do these programs start? Is there some big committee? Is there a conference? Really, where it started was myself and Dr. Adil chatting and kind of working out, how can we help each other? How can we serve and support each other? And collaboration is so incredibly important. So what came out of that is this wonderful relationship where WAMU, our education part of WAM's work, provides scholarships to HCC students or WAM clients in collaboration with our funding partners to help clients with in-demand certifications such as CDL, patient care technician, electrician, HVAC, welding. And the idea is that we want to reduce the barriers for people to get the incredibly important education. We see education as a solution out of poverty. And so it's a very, very exciting partnership. And then also to create an easy intake process for WAMU students. So that part of how we're working together is to make sure it's smooth and seamless, right?
Yeah, that is the excellent service that you all are providing to the community. And I see it as a great way to not just, kind of band-aid the obvious needs in today's day, but more like have a sustainable plan for the betterment of the community.
Yeah.
So let us know, how does the partnership directly benefit HCC students, and are there specific programs or resources made available to them through this collaboration?
Yeah, well, to start by saying what you just said about sustainability is so important. The recent research showed that there are 5 challenges that face nonprofits. I won't go through all 5, but the 5th one just stands out for me, and it says the challenge of nonprofits is to move from charity to system. In other words, from Band-Aid to sustaining, from having something that actually changes significantly and challenges the systemic issues. So you're absolutely spot on. Well, I think that how the partnership benefits HCC students, you just have to look that 10.5% of Americans face food insecurity, just one of the challenges that your students face. 22.6% of college students face food insecurity, and 47% of community college students face food insecurity. So in other words, the significant barrier that community college students face in just one important area, food insecurity, needs to be addressed. So what we do is we've provided this pipeline, this direct pipeline for your students to our services. We do basic needs, we do food provision to address food insecurity, we provide financial support, we provide training in financial literacy. And there's this wraparound, what we call a holistic wraparound approach, which is a very fancy term for saying we don't just give you one thing, we try and address all the challenges in your life and connect you with partners who can assist you.
Yeah, that is great. And I am glad that you are providing us with the most up-to-date data. I know you are a doctoral student at
Can you
Rice,
tell?
right?
Yeah, I graduate in August, so I'm just about there.
That is wonderful. Keep us posted. We want to learn more from your research and where we are. When I was a student, all of these support services, they were not in the highlight, but it is absolutely important when our students, kind of drop out and we are looking for reasons. What happened? We were doing everything that we needed to do, but it is these, things where we need to start paying attention that is beyond academic. So just, kind of providing them support in their personal lives. So you all are doing great, but tell our audience this partnership, how is it unique? I know that there are other ministries around here and we work with them, but what makes this partnership unique compared to other community and educational partnerships?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think that the main what makes it unique is that you've done such a wonderful job in streamlining the intake and registration process for our clients. So that means that getting them into our identifying them and getting them into our program so we can help them. These are clients in crisis, has been streamlined, and that has been incredibly important part of the partnership. What we want to do is reduce some of the barriers to education, and what you want to do is make sure that they complete their qualifications and are able to move on to the workforce. To me, that's the most incredible part of this unique relationship, is that we are working together to try and minimize barriers, as you shared before.
Yeah, what I absolutely love about it, Mark, is, the assigned point of contact, both institutions here at HCC and also with WIM. That is also critical, like you mentioned, it's a critical piece. We all know resources exist, but how to get to resources, sometimes they're not as streamlined. So people go round and round, just trying to get the same service that is so-called available to everyone. But, so that's where it is really making a difference. So we appreciate your partnership in that manner. So have you come across any success stories or testimonial from students? What are they saying?
Yeah, so one that stood out in my mind, and there's many, but this is one that I wanted to share. And I'll use a pseudonym, so I'll call her Jackie. She is a domestic violence survivor, and her barrier to education, to being part of the HCC world, was she didn't have the resources to be able to pay rent. Understanding that when you are exiting a domestic violence situation, you exit suddenly, you don't have the supports, because part of domestic violence is isolation. And so she is a victim in that moment, and the perpetrator had created a world for her where she didn't have any way of accessing the bank account, of having her own money. Obviously, where does she live? This is a significant challenge that we at WAM face and help people. So this individual, Jackie, we were able to provide her with rental assistance, and we're able to continue to support her. And we referred her to the contact you mentioned at HCC. And she actually enrolled in the phlebotomy program. She's starting there the spring semester, and we've been able to then provide full assistance for the program tuition. So we've journeyed from the first point of contact where she's escaping, and all the way through to making sure that there is no barriers outside of her own dedication, and she's very committed to completing phlebotomy program. And what does that mean? Well, now she can, once she's completed it, she can get a job. She's now set up in rental in an apartment because we're helping her with rental assistance. And she's able to gain her independence.
Yeah, beautiful. That's an excellent story. And, you know, it's not only we are providing, but it is continuously, this partnership is pushing us to deliver better and streamline our services within HCC, because we also have different departments and it can be very challenging navigating those. So Mark, tell us, in the interest of time, we have about a minute or so. Tell us your upcoming breakfast that is coming up. What are you doing unique? What is the breakfast about?
So every year we do an Impact Maker breakfast where we tackle a substantive issue. We get brilliant people on a panel. And this year, March 21, 7:45 a.m. at the Junior League of Greater Houston, we are discussing education and poverty. Dr. Rima Adele, my host today, is one of the panel members. We also have Doug Forshee, Good Reason Houston. We have Dr. Melanie, the CEO of Collaborative for Children, and Nadia from Greater Houston Community Foundation. And it's going to be a really fascinating conversation about the importance of education in addressing poverty. And you're all welcome.
Yeah, we are so looking forward to it. And thank you for the invite. But thank you, Mark, for being on the show. Mark is the CEO of West Houston Assistance Ministry and the moderator for the Impact Maker Breakfast. We will have your info in our post after the show. Come again, Mark.
I would love to. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Awesome. All right. Back to you, Sharday. Tell us what's going on in the news, events, and announcements. You're muted, Sharday. Sharday.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, we have our Black History Luncheon is our first announcement. It is happening today. HCC's annual Black History Committee Scholarship Fundraiser is a luncheon with the theme honoring a legacy of trailblazers in our midst. Besides one of our very own trailblazers, Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher, will be the VIP luncheon will also highlight keynote speaker Martha Cassidy Tatum, who is Houston's Mayor Pro Tem. As always, funds raised will directly contribute to the success of deserving HCC students. It'll be happening from 11:30 to 1:30 today at our 3100 main auditorium. Check the post for details after the show.
And next we have the donut party. Vocable submission for Creative Writing Club. If you aren't sure how to submit their creative works of art, would like help editing, or just want to learn more about Vocable, the Creative Writing Club and Vocable editors will soon host a submission party. The students can bring their works to submit, or they can even log into a computer, and the club will help finally compose something amazing. It is hosted at Katy Campus Computer Classroom, 2 to 4 p.m. Monday, March the 4th. Check our post after the show for more info.
All right, well, Recipes for Success is still hosting virtual workshops to learn more about study strategies and helpful academic habits. The next one will be happening on Wednesday, March 6th at 4 p.m. and it'll focus on remembering what you read. Be sure to check the details posted after the show.
Next, we have Innovations Fellow Program. Applications are currently open. And for the 24-25 Innovation Fellows Program at West Houston Institute, this is a year-long opportunity for personal and professional growth of full-time faculty and staff that is designed to develop the mindset and skill set for innovation in higher education. Deadline to submit is March 30th. Submissions reviewed, interviews is scheduled in early May. Check our post after the show for more info.
All right, spring faculty exhibitions will be happening system-wide. The Media, Visual, and Performing Arts COE is holding its spring 2024 faculty exhibitions in galleries across the district. Now through March, April, and May, depending on the artist, exhibitions and receptions may vary by campus. These are free with no registration, and details will be posted after the show.
And last but not least, Second Start has begun, but we are still enrolling students in future sessions. Like all other courses, all our courses are either in person, online, or hybrid. Online anytime, has no established time, class meeting times unless listed. Online on a schedule, meeting time is set, and course meets online. Hybrid, lecture class meets partially face-to-face and partially virtually. In-person, face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns in various campus locations. And hybrid lab, our laboratory studio courses. To learn more about HCC program, start dates, and options, to cover costs, visit www.hccs.edu/apply.
All right, well, coming up, Film Friday will feature an HCC filmmaking faculty member conducting acting workshops. And next week, we'll return with Mental Health Monday, Tasty Tuesday, and all of our favorite themes on Up to the Minute. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition. We'll see you next time.